Hi, I'm David Elliot. I'm the emergency management person for Holy Cross Medical Center in Taos, and also I am the regional emergency manager for the New Mexico Region 1 Healthcare Coalition. I do a number of other things in the community, both as a volunteer and in other capacities, all based on sort of a background in first response, emergency responder stuff, and community organizing. So the Enchanted Circle COAD is easily one of the most exciting organizations I've gotten to be part of in my career. And it came out of a need for people to share information and resources during the pandemic. Very early on, it was clear that this is something that was going to take all of us. Something that we would have to step outside of our normal roles and come together to communicate and share resources in ways that we didn't think maybe even we could. And it turned out many hours each week even that we were able to break down boundaries and to build relationships and networks that really helped people. Well, I mean, first of all, I'm not from Taos, although I feel like this is my home now for sure. I've only been in Taos about 10 years. And to feel welcome here by the community, by people of all these different cultures and traditions is pretty incredible. To be able to get to work with people who pick up the phone and work with me on a daily basis is pretty amazing. I'm the middle child. I have 4 sisters, and I was raised by my 4 sisters and my mom who's disabled. And growing up, a lot of times there were challenges. And almost always the solution to those challenges, in addition to digging into family, was something in community that said, we'll help you, that said yes to helping us, you know, and knowing that and feeling the relief of that when it happened for my family growing up, it's always been something that I wanted to do. What I've learned, I think, from that base in family and community into my career, whatever, I'm not that old. The time I've served in public service is that there's always an opportunity to do something positive. That there's room to be an optimist, you know, even when things are really gray, when things are scary. You know, that there are opportunities in these times of exception that allow us to do things we ought to do in community anyways. Things that we ought to do to make it so the next disaster, the next state of exception doesn't knock us down quite as hard. You know, things like communicating with people who may not have as loud of a voice in our communities. Things like looking at people who are classically left out and putting them back in, you know, or making more resilient systems, whether it's within education or healthcare, or even communicating to our political leaders. You know, some of these things are really part of disaster response if we want to be stronger in the face of what we know will be oncoming disasters in the future. But the best story of this response to the pandemic has been that people found a way to say yes to community, to each other, to sharing, to making the fast and easy way to get help. Said yes to unintended positive consequences, which has been really incredible. So that was something that I think we were all really hoping for, is that we sort of say that when our chips are down or when the community's challenged, that Taos really does stand up. Well, I don't think that anybody realized how much of a leader in all of north central New Mexico Taos really was about to be.